So what I've recently realized is you can you know what, I'm gonna keep it. I was gonna restart it, but you know what? I wanted to flow. So that's what you're gonna get. So recently, I thought about this concept of the point of our existence is to evolve as much as possible, burn up all of our karma, live as spiritually open and healthy as possible. And how do we actually achieve that? I think that's what we all want to know, but that's our mind asking that question. Our mind is always like placing limitations. Even just asking that question, that's a limitation. And the thing is, the limitations are, I'm glad they're there because it's almost like a tangible thing in your mind that it's almost like the obstacle is there. You know what to jump over. It's like you go to the gym, you know what weights you're putting on, you know how much you have to lift. And if you do it, you get the good chemicals, you know? And that's evolution. It's to challenge yourself. So I think eventually everyone will end up in a place of authentic surrender when you don't even have to challenge yourself. That is just your being to overcome your mind's limitations automatically. It's actually solving the problems in your mind and realizing, oh, there's never going to be enough for my mind, and that's okay. Like, you could clean the apartment, tomorrow you might have to clean it again. And you could get really stuck in that. And just like, well, what's the point? I could just leave it messy. But deep down, it changes everything to be able to be in a clean apartment. It's good to be healthy. Like, most obvious statement ever, right? So why aren't you? Are you a bad person? Just things to actually think about. And like, why? Like, what is driving you to make certain Decisions. Decisions. And I think that's what meditation actually is. Meditation isn't, well, I guess that's the definition of it, but just sitting with your thoughts and just letting them go past. Like, I had an idea of what that was, and I've meditated for about 5 years now, on and off. And now I can't really, I'm not getting the benefits of it now because I'm kind of already doing it all the time now. It's just investigating yourself over and over again. It's a very good practice. Like, just observe. And like, I say that, and like, probably someone will be like, well, what does that mean? I can't describe it with my mind. I can't verbally express that. And it's just something that happens to literally everyone. So don't you worry about that. Maybe not in this life. Maybe the next life you'll become even more present. You'll just become super present. But I think everyone in this life has had moments of peace and presence. Otherwise, we wouldn't be searching for it so much. We realized, oh, I really like this feeling the best. So then we manufacture ways to achieve it. And usually that peace comes when you're at a young age. Everything is fresh, right? And you just kind of run around in the backyard. That is peace. But you didn't know what that was, right? You haven't tasted the. Again, people's childhoods are different, obviously, but you haven't tasted the negative of life yet. I guess that's why we're unhealthy. We want to eat that pie because it tastes good and like, oh, that reminds me of peace. And like when you're a kid, you don't even think about that. And it's like, well, it doesn't matter because I'm a kid of the world. It doesn't matter, but yeah, it does matter. And I think realizing that, and accepting that, and like taking the responsibility of that, as a man's point of view, I think that's what all us men have to do is take on the responsibility and really ascend, and then make our own children experience that. It's like we have to create peace for our kids. And you can see how humanity works now because every so every so often, like when I mean every so often, I mean like every through few million years, there's like a breakdown or a breakthrough of society where we either ascend further or collapse. But that's just a season. That's just a cycle too. And now, like you can see how it slowly happens because every generation, where by proxy, we're all waking up. So we'll give that to our kids, and eventually, this world will be very unified. The way you feel when you're peaceful, when you get those moments of peace, that's the world. And, everyone's your friend, everyone's your neighbor. That's a utopian society right there. Probably won't happen in this lifetime. That's okay. You know, I think that's part of the acceptance is like, well, my child is going to carry my torch. Yeah, that felt good. Thanks for listening.